Madhvacharya is saying here, at least, he's saying that persons like the gopis are liberated souls. And then he quotes the verse, Bhaktya hi nitya kami tvam natu muktim vina bhavet ata kami taya vapi muktir bhaktimatam haro. Eternal conjugal attraction to Krishna, nitya kami tvam, expressed in bhakti, cannot develop in one who is not already liberated. Bhavet, cannot manifest or exist. Vina, natu, vina, without being liberated already, you can't have this love, he says. Thus, those who are so devoted to Lord Hari, even in conjugal attraction, are proven to be already liberated souls. In other words, this devotional service is not perfect until it's free from lust. One should not take cheaply the gopis' achievement of the personal association with Krishna in a conjugal relationship. That's obvious. Thus one should follow these injunctions until one achieves the exalted platform of intimate relationship with Krishna. So there's so much abundant evidence in Shastras and by great acharyas like Uddhava and Shiva and Brahma and everyone, that the gopis of Vrindavan are highly elevated, liberated souls. They were Siddha sages. The sadhana siddha gopis, or the sadhana siddha, they were sadhana siddha. As we are aspiring to be sadhana siddha in our sadhana practices. So the rishicharis and shruticharis, they attained their siddhi by following the gopis in Rag Marg, as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu was telling, and they attained gopihood. They attained gopi deha and gopi janam in the prakat lila of Krishna and Bhoma Vrindavan. Obviously they were so much elevated, liberated souls, and thus their pastimes with Krishna are pure spiritual affairs. Keeping this in mind, we can truly understand this chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. That all the time in our mind, and of course Shukadeva Goswami in this series of verses is reminding us, and we can remind ourselves also as we hear and progress, that these activities of the gopis are completely transcendental affairs. And those beloved, so the beloveds are called gopis, they're using terms like his lovers, his kantas, Krishna kanta. So generally when we use terms like a hero and a heroine, nayak and nayaka, or beloved, a lover and a beloved, the kanta, and you're talking about the context of these terms or these personalities, dancing, kissing, embracing, scratching, etc., entering the water, that one doesn't think of liberated souls. He doesn't think of niskinchan vairagis. Niskinchan vairagis or mystic or yogis. It seems incompatible, or you can say incompatible. It doesn't seem quite correct. On one side you're saying a lover and a beloved, another side you're saying they're the greatest liberated souls. And they're worshipped by even Atmaral Munis. Atmaral Munis are worshipping Radharani. And she has an illicit love affair with Krishna, Parakiya Bhav. And they're completely celibate monks for thousands and thousands of years, Vairagi sannyasis, Paramahamsas. There's no tint of any contamination, material contamination in their minds or hearts. And they're worshipping what externally looks like some lusty village girls. But by their very worship and honor and glorification of the gopis, that itself indicates the supreme spotlessness of their behavior, their immaculate consciousness and pure hearts. So this we keep in the background of our minds so that we don't tend to become relativize the gopis and minimize them to, well, they're like some girls of this world that I know or I knew, and make offense thereby.